Milwaukee County has worked to stay ahead of the curve with targeted interventions and resources to our most vulnerable populations as we fight the pandemic. As the county executive mentioned, we have been and continue to distribute masks throughout the community with a particular focus on our most vulnerable populations. Partnerships formed by the Milwaukee County Department of Health and Human Services, as well as Milwaukee County Parks for months with different organizations, including the We Care crew and other provider networks, has provided high quality masks to heavily impacted communities. Now, of the layers of protection against this virus, none is more critical than the vaccine and the booster. But misinformation persists about the effectiveness of the vaccine and the booster against COVID. Now, last week, the CDC released data from a network of over 250 hospitals across 14 states. And this showed that hospitalization rates were 16 times higher in unvaccinated adults as compared to vaccinated, 16 times. And furthermore, data released also showed the effectiveness of the booster shot. For people over 50 years old, those boosted were 44 times less likely to be hospitalized than those who weren't vaccinated at all. And the booster itself, adding the booster to the vaccine series, accounted for 17 times of that decrease in hospitalization. And we've seen similar data across all age groups. The vaccine and the booster prevent severe disease. And to counter another frequent point of misinformation, the vaccine also prevents you from getting COVID infection in the first place. Of course, breakthrough infections can occur, but if you're vaccinated, and especially if you're boosted, you're substantially less likely to have a breakthrough infection and test positive for COVID than those who are not. The simple truth has been demonstrated by study after study after study that the vaccine, especially when coupled with that booster, decreases your risk of infection, decreases your risk of severe disease, prevents hospitalization, and certainly prevents death.